Hey there, and welcome. If you're tuning in today, chances are you're carrying a whole lot on your shoulders right now. Life gets overwhelming, and keeping our minds clear, well, it often feels like an uphill battle. So I just want to start by validating those daily struggles. As a therapist, I see how hard you're trying. That's exactly why this explainer is designed to be a completely safe, non judgmental space for you to heal. We're going to look at the science of mental health, but we are absolutely doing it with profound self compassion. Let's get into it.
So let's fundamentally reframe how we view self-care. Because honestly, too often, wellness culture gives us this rigid checklist that just makes us feel guilty if we miss a day, right? But what if we completely stripped away that guilt? What if the tiny things you do every single day, like how you start your morning or how you respond to a stressful email, were viewed as gentle acts of self-kindness rather than these strict, heavy obligations?
We really need to make a fundamental shift here. Society is always telling us to view exercise as a punishment for what we ate, right? Or to follow super strict diets and just push through exhaustion because the world glorifies the grind. But the therapist's way? It's totally different. It's about moving away from those rigid checklists and moving toward an ongoing daily practice of self-respect. We're talking about using movement as medicine, nourishing your body, and honestly, most importantly, resting without a single ounce of guilt. Think of this as a gentle roadmap for our time together today. We're going to cover the physical foundation, nurturing your inner world, connecting with the outside, and finally, grace, rest, and support. All right, starting off with part one, the physical foundation, nurturing the body. It's incredibly common to view our physical habits, like sleep and nutrition, as chores. But in reality, they're biological necessities. They are the quiet foundation that every other part of our mental health rests on. Take neuroplasticity, for example. I know, it's a big scientific word, but what it actually represents is profound proof that we are not stuck. Our brains are incredibly adaptable. Every single time we repeat a positive daily habit, we are quite literally sculpting our brain. We're strengthening neural pathways to respond to life's curveballs with way more calm and clarity. It is literally a biological message of hope. So here's the thing. Sleep is not a luxury, and it is definitely not wasted time. It is a foundational tool. While you're sleeping, your brain is actively doing the heavy lifting, clearing out metabolic waste and restoring your neurotransmitter balance. And we know that a lack of sleep is strongly linked to anxiety and irritability. To nurture this, try keeping your room cool, ideally between 60 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Cut off the caffeine after 3 p.m., and please give yourself the gift of a screen-free wind down. It makes a world of difference. Next up is nutrition. And as a therapist, I really want to remind you that you absolutely do not have to be perfect with this. Eating is simply about fueling your body. Science shows this powerful, incredible connection between the gut and the brain. Did you know that about 90% of your body's serotonin, that's the neurotransmitter responsible for regulating your mood, is produced right in your gut? So, feeding it colorful, whole foods like berries, bananas, whole grains, beans, and fatty fish like salmon, that is a direct, loving act of care for your mind. Now, this nourishment naturally builds right into movement. And notice I'm saying movement and not working out or hitting the gym. The focus here is on joyful activities that increase your oxygen flow, whether it's just a brisk 30-minute walk or restorative yoga class, or literally just stretching in your living room. Moving your body releases endorphins and a protein called BDNF that actively supports learning and resilience. Remember, consistency over intensity is what eases depression symptoms and builds real mental strength. Moving right along to part two, nurturing your inner world, finding stillness. Moving inward, we need to explore those gentle mental practices that actually calm our nervous system down. And listen, they do not require an hour of meditation on a mountaintop. They just require presence, not perfection. In fact, let's do a quick restorative breath practice right now, right where you are. Go ahead and place your hands over your heart, or just rest them comfortably in your lap. Now, breathe in deeply for a count of 2, and breathe out slowly for a count of 4. Do you feel that? Just feel the warmth and comfort of your own touch. When you do this for a few cycles, you're literally signaling to your body that you are safe.
This kind of mindfulness paired with gratitude is incredibly powerful. Just focusing your attention on the present calms down the amygdala, which is basically the fear center of your brain, while simultaneously strengthening the prefrontal cortex, which handles all your rational thinking. Practicing gratitude, like simply jotting down 3 things you're thankful for today, actively shifts your brain's focus away from what's lacking and stressful toward what is wonderfully abundant in your life.
And we absolutely cannot forget the forgotten medicines of play and creativity.
As adults, we tend to dismiss these as silly luxuries, but unstructured, joyful activities, they beautifully stimulate your brain's reward pathways. We've seen incredible feedback from older adults who maintain their cognitive health by just playing mahjong with friends, writing poetry, or even picking up a paintbrush. You don't have to be good at it. Singing in the shower, doing a Sudoku puzzle, the pure joy of doing it is the medicine itself.
Okay, part 3, connecting with the outside, community, and nature. We are inherently social beings, you guys. We do not heal in isolation. So we really have to choose meaningful connection over digital overload. We live in this world of constant notifications and endless doom scrolling, and let's be real, it takes a massive toll. Setting firm boundaries around your digital consumption, like simply keeping your phone out of the bedroom, creates actual space for true emotional support. Grabbing a coffee with a friend, making a quick phone call, or joining a local group actively combats loneliness, which, by the way, is a major predictor of depression. Nature is also this incredible silent healer. And that number 5, it's really significant. Just 5 minutes of looking at blue skies and getting some natural sunlight is enough to noticeably boost your vitamin D, regulate your circadian rhythms, and totally improve your mood. You don't need to go on a massive, grueling hike. Just take your lunch outside, or honestly, stand by an open window and breathe in the fresh air. It works wonders. And finally, part 4, grace, rest, and support, the safety net. On the really hard days, when none of those healthy habits feel even remotely possible, the most important habit you can cultivate is your safety net. So many of us speak to ourselves with a harshness we would never, ever direct at a friend. Self-compassion is the absolute foundation for sustainable well-being. It is completely okay to stay in and rest on a hard day. Give yourself permission to do just one manageable thing, like drinking a single glass of water or making your bed. Forgive your mistakes. You are human and you're doing the best you can. But sometimes, despite our absolute best efforts, we just need a little more help. If you're feeling persistently overwhelmed or noticing major changes in your sleep or appetite, or maybe you find yourself relying heavily on alcohol or other things to cope, please hear me on this. Recognizing these signs and taking a break or seeking professional support are not failures. They are vital, incredibly courageous steps in taking care of yourself. You really don't have to wait until you're at your breaking point to talk to someone. Reaching out to a professional is a profound act of self-care. It's a testament to your incredible strength in managing all of life's complexities. Think of therapy as just another essential tool in your wellness kit, offering a guided, safe space to explore, process, and ultimately heal. Mental health is a lifelong journey of adaptation. It is definitely not a destination of perfection. So, as we close out this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought. Knowing that neuroplasticity means your brain is literally rewiring itself based on your daily actions, what is one small, gentle act of self-kindness you will choose to wire into your mind today? You have the agency to heal. Take care of yourself out there.